Coverage with your host, Laura Lee.
And Manny MUA.
Y'all, we got a special guest. We got special guests with an S. Okay, it's plural in the house. Today we have Laura and Vic.
Hello.
I am so excited.
Aw, thank you guys for having us. I'm super excited.
No, I'm so stoked.
excited.
We are.
We have to talk about the Coachella thing
no,
too.
we need to
We are going to have to really start off strong.
Let me tell you something. I love when I see Laura and Vic anywhere. They're the happiest people ever.
Mm-hmm.
So when we ran into you guys at Coachella, I was very excited. And we were drinking. We're having a good time. Laura immediately was like, do you want to chug your drink together? And I was like, I actually do. As a matter of fact,
Like, let's down it
you
right
caught
now.
me at a good time. I was looking to chug my drink. So we chugged our drinks and she said to me, you know what? I got something I need to talk to you about. And I said, oh, I was like, me? So she was like, I have never been asked to come on full coverage before. And that's whenever I said, oh!
And it was very like,
matter of fact.
how dare you not ask me? It was very that.
And I said, as a matter of fact, I said, first I was like, Manny.
No, I wasn't there. And then I walk over and she said, listen to what this bitch just said. I said, and then we heard it and we're like, we literally have, or Laura has DM'd you.
I harassed her. I said, check your DMs right now. Check your DMs. But to be fair on Laura's side of things, I had DM'd Laura and I was like, Laura, I want you guys on the podcast. She didn't see it. It didn't say seen. So it's not like she saw it and ignored it. She just missed it. And so she didn't see, which I had already asked her to come on. I just didn't, because some people don't want to do podcasts. So I didn't want to like press, you know what I mean? I want to be like, come on guys, like, and keep harassing you. But it was just such a funny kind of coincidence situation because you never saw that I had asked you.
I was like, oh, want to get away. I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God.
You were like, I'm going to run out of here right now.
Honestly, we thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Hilarious.
I was like, should we chug another drink?
Let's
forget about
She probably asked you to take another shot.
I was like, and that calls for another shot. And that calls for
take
another shot.
Oh my God, yeah.
But we had a lot of fun seeing you guys at Coachella.
Coachella's always fun.
And we loved that moment. We honestly thought it was so funny. And to be honest, we were flattered that like you wanted to come on our podcast to begin with. Because honestly, I was like, maybe she doesn't come on. Maybe she don't want to come on.
I watch
Totally.
him all the time. I'm honestly so into podcasts right now. Like I watch him during the shower. He's like, why are you bringing your phone in? I was like, I'm watching a podcast.
The podcast. Are you a podcaster too? Like, do you like watching podcasts?
Yeah, I do. I do.
I love that. I feel like I need to get into more podcasts because I don't even feel like I watch. I have one. We have one, but I don't really watch them as much.
I never watch the popular ones. I always watch weird shit like Tony Robbins telling you how to like master your business. I don't know.
Yes.
It's just
That's
like,
Victor.
yeah, like
Those are kind of like.
I like the deep, weird ones that you find. I listen to Matthew McConaughey talk about life for an hour, and like that's the type. But it's never Call Her Daddy or something for me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And that's like the popular one. Like one of the really popular ones. Or like Joe Rogan is very popular too. All those kinds.
Joe Rogan is the man's man.
He is the man's man.
He's the man's man.
You're so right. That's very, very true.
Thank you to ZocDoc for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. We're talking about booking appointments with thousands of top-rated patient-reviewed doctors and specialists. You can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance, are located near you, and treat almost any condition that you're searching for. So when I need to book an appointment, I use ZocDoc. You guys can go to ZocDoc.com/full and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/full. ZocDoc.com/full.
So when we start the podcast, we always do like a peek and pit. Things that we've like loved from the week or things that we like hated from the week. Or just like honestly, sometimes it can be just literally nothing crazy at all. Like sometimes I have peaks that are like amazing. Sometimes I have pits that are horrific. But sometimes I'm like, I have a hangnail. That's my pit. Sometimes they're so, I'm like, sometimes they're so chill. But if you guys would like to start off with a peak, I would love to know.
Something good that happened.
Yeah, something good.
I probably coming back from Palm Springs. Well, we were in Palm Springs with our babies, and we have 2 water babies. So I have obviously 2 boys, but they love the water. So we went, and we don't have a pool. And so we went to Palm Springs, and the weather was so good because out here like it's hot, but even when you get out of the pool
at nighttime it's freezing, so it makes your pool water so cold.
And in Palm Springs, like the second you get in, it was like warm. My kids loved it, so that was a peak for me. Being
that's
with my family,
such a good peak.
That's so really cute. So you guys are in Palm Springs this weekend?
Yes.
Yeah, it was very like spontaneous too.
Yeah.
We booked it on Thursday night. We're just gonna go to Palm Springs Friday.
Oh my god.
We went Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Have you guys ever like vacationed there before?
We have family that lives there.
Yeah, besides Coachella, no, I don't.
But I feel like Coachella is so much different because it's like
it's so
you get
different.
Up, you get ready,
It is
you
so
do this,
different.
you do that, you do this, you do that, and it's like you never get to like chill
and enjoy Palm Springs.
I mean, obviously when you're drinking you do, but like the getting ready and stuff, getting there, because it's a mission to
The
get
content?
to Coachella.
The content. Coachella content, that's real.
Yeah.
People go to Coachella for the content to make it. Like, that's
It's me.
true. And I'm
It's
people.
literally me.
I'm people.
I love watching those get ready with me.
I do too. I think they're really fun to watch.
They're funny, yeah.
What about
Vic,
you?
hit us with something good.
She stole mine.
Yeah, I
She stole
literally
mine.
knew that's what it was gonna be. I'm like, oh, he's gonna literally say the exact same thing, and then boom.
It was funny because we were supposed to just be us four, and then I just texted him randomly in the group chat. It was like last minute. Literally the day before, I texted her in our family group chat, and I was like, "Does anyone want to go?" We had already got a house, like it was a smaller one, and my whole entire family said yes. I was like,
Oh my god.
I was like, damn it, I should have texted the morning of. It was fun. I always like bringing my family.
Of course. Were they all staying with you too?
Oh yeah, we had to get a little bigger a house, and they all came with us, and
That makes it so fun.
it was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. And we have my little niece. She loved the water in the pool, but yeah, it was
That's
just
so
funny. I was like, oh,
cute.
no one's gonna say yes. Oh, they all hopped in that
You
car.
said,
girl.
oh,
It was a clown car.
Vic, is your family
Baby, y'all
live here?
loaded. The
Yes. My mom doesn't live too far from me. She lives out in Drupa,
okay.
and then my dad lives in Big Bear.
Oh, Big Bear. Is he
How
a skier?
cute.
No, he actually flies helicopters.
Yeah,
That's so sick.
right.
So,
Fun.
yeah.
I know.
Oh, that
Wow.
is God.
That's gaggy.
I'm obsessed.
A
If my-
little spooked.
I would be like, we're riding all the time. That's all we're gonna do.
So if
Has
you guys
he-
are ever in Big Bear, if you guys want like a tour of Big
He'll give
Bear,
it to you
yeah,
guys.
he does the tours.
I'm
helicopter
calling you
tours.
guys.
We are.
I go skiing in Big Bear. You know, try
Often.
to go. Yeah, pretty
Mhm.
often.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Has your dad taken you guys on a
No,
helicopter?
I'm too scared.
No.
way.
He doesn't like heights.
Stop.
I
You
feel
know,
that, though.
One time I was did a helicopter tour in Hawaii, and I took Dramamine before because like I heard they make you kind of nauseous with the movement. Tell me why it like takes you on the island, takes you inside a volcano. Tell me why my bitch ass was dead asleep in that helicopter in a
Like this.
volcano
Oh.
like this.
Because of the medicine?
The medicine.
I'm so tired. And Tyler was like, this girl just took a $350 nap in a volcano in Hawaii in a helicopter.
I think I did that one. It was really pretty.
It was
Like,
so
it
pretty.
so
What would I
beautiful, yeah.
remember?
Mhm. Very
Yeah.
Jurassic Park vibes. I remember I did the same one.
Yes. Hawaii is so beautiful. Yeah.
It
It's
is.
stunning. Okay, what about you? What about your peak?
Let's
Pull
see.
mine
Well,
up.
I also was in Palm Springs on a
Gag.
spontaneous trip. Our friends planned a trip and they're like, we have one room left. And I was like, I don't know, it's hot as fuck. But I was like, okay, I'm going to come. And I had the best time ever. However, as soon as I got there, I was excited. So I started drinking. It's like, you know, you're with everybody. I haven't done anything in a while. Just been chilling. So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get lit. And y'all, I got so lit, which maybe this could be part of my pit. I got so lit on the third, I couldn't even drink one sip of alcohol on the fourth because I was like, oh my God, like nursing a hangover.
you're so gone.
Yeah. And I told everybody, I like woke up next morning. I was like, I don't know what happened to me. I had like 3 beers and like 2 shots for the whole day. Like, that's so crazy for this hangover. And everybody stopped and they were like, bitch, you drank way more than that. And they were showing me videos.
A selective memory.
And I was like,
From when you
this is
remember.
starting to make sense to me. This hangover is starting to add up.
Stop.
So, yep, it
So
got
that's what
me
it was.
good.
You
It
kept
got me-
going.
I kept going. I didn't even remember doing that.
And you know when you're around Val, you're gonna make it
She
happen.
gets me going.
She will get you going.
She gets me going. And well, my pit was gonna be, you guys, I sliced my fucking ankle. It doesn't even
No.
look bad, but you can tell there's a hunk of skin missing.
It's gone.
Literally twerking in the pool,
Okay.
all 4 hands
was worth
down.
it.
Worth it.
Okay.
And I slid off the side. And you know, sometimes the inside of
Yes.
pools
The
are
gravel,
like
the
grainy,
gravel,
the
yeah.
gravelly pools. Oh, it was like so annoying for the rest of the weekend because every single time you get it wet, it starts burning like on fire. But anyways, really my pit was the hangover on the 4th. So I overdid it on the 3rd. I got excited.
You don't like keep drinking the day after?
I sure don't. I'm a weak bitch.
Really?
I am a weak bitch.
I used to be that.
We're the same way.
I used to be that. But then one time, I think we were in New York with Robert. You guys know Robert.
Robert, we know him well.
We know him. Okay. Well, he told me, he's like, just chug a beer. And I was like, okay. Chugged it. Literally like $1,000,000. I swear.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a
morning, wake
question
up.
about this because I have a theory because I was in Cabo with Robert once and he told me the exact same thing and I was like, you're crazy, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not chugging a beer, but he was like, it'll make your hangover go away. But I have a question because I have a theory on it. Does it prolong the hangover for later or does it kind of just like fizzle it out?
I honestly think it fizzles out.
Okay.
Because
It
the next
fizzles
day,
out,
I
yeah.
do not. I mean, I don't drink the same amount I drank the day before.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I just to like calm it. I think just to feel, because dude, I've been waking up sometimes where I'm like shaking.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
and I usually don't get hangovers. I think the age is.
It adds to it. It adds
is
to
whipping
the
my
fantasy.
ass.
Yeah.
Yes. So like I just chugged it and I was like, okay. Like,
well, then I'm gonna try that, because my theory on that, I was always so scared to do it, because I'm like, no, because then tomorrow I'm gonna have a hangover like times
Even
10, because
worse.
it's just gonna build. But maybe if I you soften up on the drinking the next day, which is what I should have done on the 4th, but I was scared.
It lessens the blow.
Yeah.
That's why here too. I remember when I worked at when I was a waiter, and we would have like Sunday fun day or like Sunday brunch. People would come in, they would be fucked up. They came in, they're like, I need a Bloody Mary immediately. And then take their Bloody Mary, and then they would like look as if they literally came back to life. And I was like, is it because like it's almost like their body's like purging the alcohol, so like when it gets more, it's like, okay, it's like gonna lessen the blow.
Yeah.
I never understood the science behind it.
I love that for us, though.
That's fantastic.
You learn something new every day.
That's fantastic. If that can work, a little sangria even.
Ooh.
A mimosa.
It's gonna be a beer for me.
Yeah, beer.
I'm a beer drinker.
Beer for sure.
I love
Are you guys
beer.
all beer drinkers?
Micheladas.
I do
He drinks
micheladas, yeah.
Micheladas,
And is
save
that-
you.
Yeah, it has beer in it. It's like a Bloody Mary
But with beer.
Oh, that's
with
right.
beer. Yeah.
Yeah. With like chile, clamato, and all that good stuff.
With like
It's
Lucas in it too?
Yes.
Or like little
The
like
chili,
tahini.
the
Yeah.
chamoy,
Imagine
all
if we
that.
each had one right now,
I
ice
know.
cold. Done.
Is there virgin versions of it?
Oh, I forgot you don't.
Because I don't
He
drink.
doesn't
Yeah,
drink.
you could. They have non-alcohol beer, and you could
Yeah.
just pour one of
You
those
know what?
in
You're
there.
so right. Because I actually
And it
saw a
gives
friend
you
of
the
mine
same
drinking
taste.
it at the club.
Yeah.
Like a
You better
non-alcoholic.
try a non-alcoholic
I did
one.
try it.
Oh, you did?
No, he did. He was drinking it, and I was like, let me try it. I want to taste what it tastes like. It tastes like shit. I'm going to be fucking
He's real picky with alcohol stuff.
I'ma be
like the
honest.
beverages in that genre.
I'm gonna be honest, it tasted like shit. But the thing is, I was like, I feel like this is part of the fantasy. Like, I can't imagine a lot of people love like the taste of beer that much.
I love the taste
But
of
see,
beer.
if you grow up on it, yes.
That's
But like when you
true.
get, I feel like when you're first introduced to it, you're like, wow, this is a jarring taste.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure my
Yeah, it
parents
is.
put it in my bottle. I'm just kidding.
No,
Oh, you're chupon, like,
I was gonna say the same thing. My dad told me when I was younger too. I always asked him, "Why did you drink beer?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Because when you get older, that's what you like to drink." And then I was like, "What does it taste like?" And he told me, honestly, it tastes like piss.
Literally.
and
But
it
for,
tastes like piss
for
water.
some
then-
reason, it's so refreshing.
Yep. But then over time, you get the required taste for it, and you actually find it refreshing after a
Yep,
while.
that's me.
I'm a shot kind of girl, so I don't
Yeah.
do beer.
Shots
Unless I
will
have
save
to
you
do
from
it.
a hangover. Apparently not me, but it will help. Like if you don't do a bunch of mixed drinks and you
Yes.
just stick with
Shots.
strictly
Shots.
tequila, it will save your ass.
You taught me
Yeah.
that.
I did
Yeah.
that Karen's
taught me that.
entire bachelor trip. I think I didn't have one drink. I did shots the entire
Entire time,
time, and
yeah.
I never had a hangover.
You know, the alcohol in Mexico is different though.
That's
Better?
true.
Better,
Better,
That's
and
true.
it doesn't
better for you.
knock you out. I mean, I
Yeah.
had my
That's true.
bachelorette in Tulum, and none of us blacked out, and we were chugging bottles, like it was never like
Like it was
drink.
going down.
It was like
Bottle
the
after
whole
bottle.
time.
It's like the clean alcohol.
It is.
It tastes
It's
better
like from
too.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it tastes
A lot of
better, and you
times.
could just tell it doesn't have all the extra like stuff that we
Sugars
add
and
here.
stuff in it.
Preservatives.
Yeah.
hmm
For our wedding, we literally smuggled. I think I'm saying now, like 80 bottles.
You're like, now I think I'm
Yeah.
good.
for our wedding. Yeah,
No
we
way.
took them from Mexico.
Where'd you guys go?
because-
Did you like go to
Her-
TJ, just grab it,
Yeah,
boom.
her cousin lived in
Yeah.
TJ, so we sent them the money,
How
and they just
smart.
brought a
That's
bunch of bottles over.
genius.
But here's the thing: you can only pass 2 at a time. So it was a mission to get them over here, but we got them.
80 bottles.
Yeah.
Well, it was the Don Julio ones. The 50, we got 50 from 50 or 60 from TJ. The Don Julio ones. Those
Yeah.
are the ones we love. The 70.
Uh-huh.
I'm obsessed with that one. And then we got other ones from here, but the one from over there, yeah. They had to
That's
like
so
smuggle
smart.
them, and they're I don't know what they did. but
Whatever they had
shout
to
out
do.
them.
Yeah,
Because it's like they have like weighers at the check-in, like a lot of times, like they'll weigh your
Oh.
cars to make sure that you're not actually smuggling
I've never
things
driven
in.
past the border before.
Oh,
Like it's
really?
always been a plane. Like I've
Yeah.
just never
Yeah.
driven. I that's so interesting.
Yeah, at the border. Like, I mean, obviously, I grew up in Chula Vista,
Yeah.
so like I would
Oh,
go
yeah.
to TJ
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time. When I was really young, we would literally just go over for like tacos and come back. Like it was so like
Yeah.
chill. And then of course, like when you live in Chula Vista, as you get older, things started getting a little bit more like intense, a
Yeah.
little more dangerous at times. So we're like, my parents were like, "You're not going back for tacos," and I'm like, "Okay." So just because I don't even speak Spanish, so I would be like, "Ding ding ding ding," like TJ, like so not like looking Mexican at all. Wait, so what was my pee?
What's your pit?
My pit. My pit Hold on, I'm pulling it up. I have to some days write these down, you guys, because I have the memory of a goldfish. Okay, so I went to Houston recently.
Oh,
Ooh.
I went to Houston last weekend. Like it literally was I'm not kidding, I was there for 22 hours. It was for a meet and greet, and then it was like a book out of there. The heat of Houston is my pit. The heat of Texas. I'm not
he
used
doesn't
to that.
do good in the heat.
Like I was in Houston, so Houston's like close to the bottom of Texas to the right.
Yes.
So it's very like in that panhandle. Is that what it's called? No, the Gulf.
I would say, the Gulf. I would say the Gulf.
So it's like super hot, super humid, just very like intense heat. I don't do good with like super hot, super humid weather. So when I was there for the meet and greet, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be in the bus. The meet and greet was like a big like life bus, and they're like, that's great, that's good. The second, they're like, by the way, when the meet and greet starts, the doors do have to open.
Ooh.
And the heat will be coming in. And I said,
Great.
what am I gonna do for 2 hours in this situation? So I was literally standing under the AC the entire time of this meet and greet, and then people would like be like, oh my god, hello, and they would hug me like a couple feet away, and I'd be like, come here, and I would literally draw them to underneath
You're
me.
like, no.
I'm like, come to me. And it literally was just so crazy. Like I'm not used to like weather like that because I grew up in SoCal, so the humidity makes it 10 times more intense. It was like 100 degrees, but it felt like 150.
Yeah.
I felt like I was in the devil's dick.
You were. Satan was in that bus.
Satan was in there.
He was.
He was caressing me. He was like,
He's patting you on the back on the way out. It's a hot one, brother.
It was crazy. So I was just like, that was my pick because I was sweating like bad, and people were hugging me. So I'm like, I'm so sorry.
I know.
I'm so sorry that you're hugging me, and I'm literally wet right now. And it's like I can't control my sweat. I've tried.
Yeah.
I have tried.
I feel like that is honestly,
the Botox.
I feel like that's his thing with the heat. Because maybe he's a sweater.
I sweat.
And he like gets all like,
I get embarrassed. I don't want people to see them sweating. I don't want like people to touch me when I'm sweating. And I also like, okay, do you know what happened to me once? When I was in Florida and I went during the summertime, I was there. My body was so not used to the heat and the acclimation. I broke out into full body hives. Everywhere.
Manny, you're a weak man.
And I was like, I'm not well here.
The weather in Florida kicked your ass.
It kicked my ass, and I got bit by these mosquitoes, and I had these like huge welts, and I was like, I think my body's just like rejecting.
I feel like God knew that you were not meant to be born in that vicinity of the earth.
He knew. He's like, you have to be in Southern California.
Yeah.
So, I'm very like insecure about like when I'm like sweating. I always like wear like black and white so you can't see, but I sweat all the time.
And I wish I could sweat.
You don't sweat.
No. Even when I work out and stuff, I'm like, because it makes you feel good. Like it makes you like you
like
out.
Yeah.
I'm like 12, 3:30, and I'm like brand new. I'm like,
wow.
Did I even work? Like but no, I don't sweat. It's weird.
Wow.
Have you ever sweat?
I mean, I probably even in Palm Springs I wasn't sweating, which is weird.
Whoa.
I don't sweat. I don't know.
That's crazy.
What do I do? I want to
You
sweat.
and Kim Kardashian.
Really?
Kim Kardashian doesn't sweat.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I need what you have.
She did an interview and she was like on a treadmill.
I need whatever the fuck she's
you guys
having.
Switch it up a little.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to really give me some of that blood. I'm gonna do cyclone it or something. Test that DNA.
All right.
For me.
All right. Well, that's the plan.
Because literally, I'm not kidding you. I could walk up a stair and I'm like, oh my god.
It's true.
I'm broken.
He's probably sweating right now.
I'm sweating.
Yeah.
I am. I'm very much sweating.
Thank you to ZocDoc for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. Have you guys ever been on a hunt for a new doctor and you ask literally everyone for a recommendation? It's so hard to find, but not with ZocDoc.
The cool thing about ZocDoc, you guys, is basically it's a free app where you can find amazing doctors and book appointments online. There are thousands of top-rated doctors on ZocDoc.
We're talking about booking appointments with thousands of top-rated patient-reviewed doctors and specialists. You can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance, are located near you, and treat almost any condition that you're searching for. I love that. It makes it so easy. I feel like finding a good reviewed and a good doctor and a doctor that's in your insurance range is so hard to come by to actually get an appointment. So when I need to book an appointment, I use ZocDoc. You guys can go to ZocDoc.com/full and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/full. ZocDoc.com/full.
Thank you so much to Tushy for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. France gave us bidets. Hello Tushy gave us a steel day. Don't worry, you're still American, even if you're freshly bideted but identifies as French. With over 100,000 5-star reviews, see why millions of real pooping humans already love Hello Tushy Bidet. Every Hello Tushy Bidet attachment comes with a 60-day risk-free guarantee and a 12-month warranty.
Wow.
Me and Laura both use our bidets, and let me tell you something. The bidet changed the game for me. As a gay man, it has changed,
It changed your life.
game. I do a little bidet, a little boom, and then a little pat dry, and I'm good to go. Hello Tushy Bidet cleans your bum with a fresh stream of water that is 2 times better than wiping and prevents poo particles from spreading to your hands and everything you touch.
Also, it attaches to your existing toilet, so no electrician, no plumbers are needed, and it cuts down on your toilet paper use by 80%. A Hello Tushy bidet pays for itself in under a year. Broaden your booty hygiene this as-still day with 25% off Hello Tushy bidets. Go to hellotushy.com/full and use promo code FULL on your first order. The sale ends July 19th. That's hellotushy.com/full for this limited time offer. What is you guys' pits?
Yeah, that's a hard one. I thought it was gonna be easy.
I know. It's
You
like
always think
anything.
you always think that.
Okay, you go first.
I would just say for the summer in general is I feel like flying by,
Oh my
gosh.
God.
So,
like, just flying by.
And to me, summer's like my favorite
Yes.
season.
Mm-hmm.
What about you guys?
I love summer. Really.
Summer's
You're
my
gonna
favorite for
blink
sure.
and
You're
we're gonna
summer
be in
girlies.
fall.
Yeah.
I know, that's such a shame. And you know why it flies by? Because time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's when you do all your trips and you go out and everybody's busy and having fun, and it makes time go by so fast.
Yeah. Also, because we have a baby, obviously, and he's in school right now, so
Oh
he
my
doesn't get like a lot of time off. And right now is summer, and we're like, it's like flying by. But we try to take the most advantage of it. But
Because it's like
That's my
home.
vibe.
Because everyone's like home.
Everyone's home. I love having Elliot home because Elliot's so funny. Like he's literally like life of the party, and he's always in school. I'm like, we can't.
How old is Elliot now?
He's gonna be 8 in August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
That
know.
went by fast.
Too fast.
Yeah.
Like
That one.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fast.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because like when you have a kid like that, like I'm sure it's like you blink and it's like, oh my God, we're at year 7.
Literally. I feel like you don't realize it as much because you're with them 24/7. But like every time I post, like Oakley posted him last night, and he's a giant because
Yeah,
dad's a giant.
he's a giant.
Right.
But someone wrote to me, they're like, dude, I literally saw like you had him yesterday. Like I was like, I know. I'm like it goes by so fast.
Oh my gosh.
He's already 2.
So wild.
Wow. Oh my God. That's
It goes
crazy.
by fast.
Because in my head, I'm like, I remember like your pregnant photos. Like I literally remember that like so
Literally.
vividly.
That was 5 minutes ago.
And that felt like 5 minutes ago. I feel like after I turned 30, I swear to God, it's like all
It's
like a
just like,
blur.
broom.
Yeah. Blur.
It
It's
goes by
literally blur.
so fast.
Wait, what's your pit?
Mine was my hangover.
Your hangover.
Yeah. So wait, I want to ask you guys, how did you guys meet? You guys have been together for a long time. I know how you met. I actually Googled it because I was like nosy as fuck. I was like, how did Laura and Vic meet? So I Googled it, but I would like for you to tell the full fam how you guys met, because you guys have a vlog channel together, a family channel.
Yeah.
So cute.
Thank you. We met through Instagram. So back then there was no DMs, no nothing. And he would just comment on my pictures. Like, yeah.
That's not how we met.
Say it. BFFR. Go ahead.
First, we met at Disneyland.
Oh my God.
Okay,
This is what I
that's
read.
what
This is what I
Never
read.
forgetting.
Not
Okay,
forgetting
go,
the
go,
meat,
go.
dude.
Sorry. Okay, I went a little bit backwards. Go.
So I used to work at Disneyland when I was younger, in the parking. And it just happened to be that the week before that, I randomly followed her because we had a mutual friend. And
You thought she was fine?
yeah, he liked her picture. So I was like, it just popped up on the explore page. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna follow her.
Remember
Literally,
when pictures used to pop up on
Yep.
the Explore
Yes,
page? They don't
yes.
do as much anymore.
Nope.
It's more like what you like. But before it was like
Random.
it said like this
completely
person,
random.
like this person.
Yeah,
That's
I remember
how
that.
did it. Yeah.
Oh,
so
God, yes.
I saw her. I followed her. A week later, she came into the parking and to my parking booth, and like I did a double take, and I was like, oh shit. I'm
You're
sorry.
like, this is the girl.
This is the girl.
You guys-
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is a girl. So I kind of froze, and I thought I was calm about it, but apparently she said that
No.
she could tell
You gagged.
I was nervous.
You
yeah.
in your head, you're like,
Why is that
She
so
thought
cute?
something was wrong.
but in reality, he's like, hey, you. Like getting fucking the car. Thank you.
He literally looked at me. He was like,
I can so see that too. I can so see that.
That is so cute.
Barry like trying to be so stoic and calm, like
I'm in this little like toll booth.
yeah.
Like my head has to like bend
Hitting
over
the
just so I
ceiling.
don't hit my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so later that day, she posted on Instagram a picture of like a collage of fireworks, pizza, and I think
Oh, you remember the food?
her ears, right? I
Yeah.
believe.
oh my gosh, how cute.
And I noticed she didn't post the guy she was with.
Oh, were you with a guy? Were you with a guy?
She was with the guy.
I was with the guy, yes.
And
But
so
it was
a date?
like we were already done. It was a relationship, and we were already like trying to work it out and stuff.
Yeah, you
It was
were
at the
towards
end.
the end.
Yeah,
It was at the end of
towards
its
the
journey.
So I left a comment on that picture saying like, oh, I think I saw you. I was working in the parking lot. And then we just kind of started chatting like as friends.
In the comment section?
In the comment section. Eventually I gave her my number in the comments, and then
Everything was public
everyone
back
go
then,
back to the
girl.
comments.
there's no
You'll
DMs.
see the
There's no
number.
DMs.
They
And then
hide
I forgot that there was no DMs back
Yeah.
then.
Dang.
so we just became friends talking, and then I would say it was a friendship on and off for almost a year.
Oh,
And then,
wow, I love that.
And then we
Friendship
started
first.
actually dating
Yeah.
after a year.
That is
How did the
cute.
dating part start? Like, were you like, okay, like, all right, I like you.
Actually, no.
I always wonder because I'm like, I'm friends with so many like gay guys, but I'm like, if I like them more than friends, like, what do I do?
He's gonna get the tips.
So I was.
Yeah, I
always-
need tips.
We were always interested in, or I believe we were always interested in each other, and we would just talk, message. We wouldn't hang out. We would randomly maybe see each other at like mutual friends parties and stuff like that. Then we stopped talking, and then I started talking to her again. But this second time we started talking, I can tell she was kind of like hesitant. She basically gave me a cold shoulder, like, "Oh, I already gave you your chance," kind of thing.
Oh,
And then so
you fumbled the bag the first time. Bury that.
but I the second time I felt like I was more ready for a relationship, so
Got
I
it.
was persistent, and I told her I'm not going to stop bugging you until you go on a date with me. And so every day for almost a month, I would send her bug emojis just randomly.
Bugging,
For
like bugging her.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say a
Are
word.
you fucking kidding?
I wouldn't even say anything, and sometimes she wouldn't even respond. But I would just send it,
Yeah,
send
I
it.
wouldn't
I
respond
just
sometimes.
was persistent, and then finally she's like, "Okay, let's go on a date."
That is the cutest thing
cute, right?
I have ever heard.
If you wanted to, he would.
I have this theory where like you have to if you
She's
if
playing
you
hard
wanted
to get.
you would.
If
yeah.
he wanted to, I mean, like for you to send bug emojis.
Yeah.
It's
Every
also
day for a
so
month?
cute because it's like code.
I'm gonna jump out
It's
the
like
fucking
your
window.
code.
Yeah.
It's your
Yeah.
little inside joke,
Yeah.
and you're gonna get your girl.
Yeah.
And you got your girl.
And,
So
it was,
Maddie
and
send buggy emoji.
I'm gonna send bug emojis.
That is so.
I'm gonna send
cute.
lice. They're gonna be fleas. I'm gonna,
the mosquito.
yeah, I'm gonna send mosquito. Then I'm gonna send the grasshopper. Very like, I'm gonna send that as my
You're,
like.
you're
hey.
just gonna get blocked.
I'm gonna get blocked.
You're just literally gonna get
I'm gonna
blocked.
get fucking blocked. Okay, so then
Fast. Okay, sorry, man.
fast forward. No, you're please.
Fast forward. Wait, how long did you guys date or were together before you were married?
10
Well,
years.
Yeah.
Holy
10 years in
moly!
10.
Well,
10 in
our
August.
10 years.
10 years in August.
Me and Ty
we
waited
just got-
7 years. We were
Really?
dating for 7 years
Oh,
before
my
we
God.
got married.
Okay.
But that's amazing. So how was the wedding?
Oh my god.
Amazing.
I want to replay it every day.
It was so beautiful.
I keep
was
looking
stunning.
at like pictures and stuff because our pictures obviously they don't edit them all right away. So we keep getting every time I log into the thing, there's like new pictures, and I'm like, I wish weddings lasted like a month.
Yeah.
That's what's so crazy. You spend so much money, but I feel like it goes by so fast that day.
Yes.
Like that day is just like
Yes.
gone.
It
It should be a
and it
wedding
was-
week.
Yeah, a wedding week. It should be a wedding week. But yeah, it was so much fun. Every moment was so fun. It was crazy because I did not get drunk because I wanted to just be in the moment and remember everything. And it's just this you literally get this drunk adrenaline in you that you literally feel drunk. You're just so happy. And it was
and like so many people are there like cheering you on it. It's
Yes.
all for you. So you probably feel
Yes.
euphoric in
Euphoria.
a way.
Yeah.
yeah. It was
Um,
amazing. It was fun.
Okay, so I've never had like I went to the courthouse and got married. Like I've never done anything like that, but I always wonder like how intense is that? Because you guys had a lot of people. Like that was a big wedding.
Yeah.
So like you said it was like amazing euphoric as I would expect that to be, but was that like stressful? Like
Yeah, was
or
there
were
hard
you
parts?
nervous or like was there hard part? Like I feel like I'd be like scared that I wouldn't be able to like be enough attention for everyone. Like I would have anxiety. I don't know.
I feel like it wasn't stressful at all because we had a planner, so he did
Okay.
basically everything. He was amazing. The only part where I was really nervous was walking down the aisle.
Yeah.
See that?
Right.
I feel like
The
I would throw
reception,
up.
she was nervous.
Oh, you can see it in the video. I was like cracking my fingers while the father was talking. Like it was, I even looked in his eyes sometime. I was like, I'm gonna faint. Like I'm gonna.
You're like,
pass out
I'm
right
gonna
now.
literally fall.
Yeah, and I don't know how I didn't, but it was, and I'm a very nervous person already,
Yeah.
but that was like. And like I couldn't even feel my body. I felt like I was like lifting up into the air.
Levitation.
You literally are having an out of body experience
She
as if you're about
levitated
to
down the
die.
aisle.
Yeah, like I just
That's how I feel like I would feel.
Same.
Yeah.
I feel I'm sorry, babe.
It's okay.
I can't imagine like if you're in that moment doing that thing, like that you're not having that like I'm very nervous right now. Yeah. All eyes are on me kind of intention.
It's such a big moment.
Because it's such a moment. Like, you know, hopefully you only get married once in your life. Like that's like the dream, that's the goal. So it's like, oh my God, this is the moment.
The only time.
Yeah, and like you're giving away and like all that stuff. There's so much that goes into a wedding.
So if you had to say one do and don't for your wedding, what's something like cute and cool that you guys did that you really ended up loving? And what's something that you were like, that was a waste of time, money, or like shouldn't have done that?
I think probably my favorite part was when we were walking in and my favorite song is La Chona. So like that was playing while we were walking in, and while that was playing, we brought everyone to the stage. And it was funny because our cocktail hour, you guys remember cocktail hour? Oh,
yes.
Oh, you don't drink.
No, but I remember the cocktail hour. Like, I know like that's like, which I didn't know that happens before. Baby, people get fucked up at cocktail hour and I had no idea.
But I love that though, because once you get into the actual like party part,
they're
like
ready to party.
You're ready to party. Like once Carrie walked in, we were ready for her.
You're like, boom. Yep.
Yeah, so that's why when we walked in, like as soon as we walked in, we just pulled everyone to stage, and it just felt so magical because we were in the middle and everyone around us was in a circle, and I don't know, it just felt like, oh, I want that feeling again. It just felt so pretty because if you like sit there and like just look around, like everyone's so happy
and like people that are there like love you.
Yeah, and it was just that was one of my favorite parts for sure.
One of my things that I liked about our wedding is we had the, what is it called? The color, not uniform, but dress code.
Dress code.
Yeah. I really like that because when we end up watching our wedding video, it just looks so elegant that everyone was in the same color. What is it called? The
formal, is it like a formal attire, like black tie?
Everyone's all black.
Like a color scheme to kind of go by. Like everybody, this is like the colors. I actually love when people do that because it makes it very, very, very easy.
Yeah.
I'm like, great. That is just so simple because I don't need all the options in the world. And then sometimes you're just like, is this too champagne? Does it look white? Or you know what I mean? It's just like, is it overdressed? Do I like, I'm trying to be the bride? Is this not dressy enough? It's so nice when people just kind of give like a basis, a dress code. And I agree. I think it makes content. And it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And
like my parents too. Everyone was just like in black, and it was just and like that. I like that there was pops of like gold and champagne in there.
Same.
Yeah.
Like it would like glisten through like the crowd and the dance floor. I like that too. But yeah, it was easy to dress up for hers too because
it was just like that. It was like black tie attire. I literally was so stressed. I was like, what does it mean? I Googled for maybe 40 minutes. I was like, what can I wear to a black tie? I didn't even own a black tie, you guys.
He did.
I literally that morning, I thought I did. I went to Target, got a black tie and a belt. I'm not kidding. I was not well. And I literally, my suit was literally a glitter suit. It wasn't even like, I didn't even have a plain black one. And I was like, we're going to make it work. Yeah. It's going to look black tie.
Manny's closet is like sequins, rainbow, black jacket, but it's covered in sparkles. I was like, where's the black tie?
Yes. And I was like, there's no black tie though. And so I had to book it over to Target. I was literally Googling like places that have black ties. And Target had one.
Oh,
it was very stressful for me.
Target always comes through.
Target does.
They do. They really do. But it's crazy because I feel like right now, in the last, I would say 2 months, it feels like every single person has gotten married. Does it not feel like weird? Like I feel like it's like wedding season. It's like I've had 5, like literally I know 5 people that have gotten married in the last 2 months. It's been crazy. Do you guys ever feel like you guys get like compared to like other people's weddings or other people in general? Like I feel like that's like pressure. Yeah. Because it's like, damn, if everyone's doing a wedding at the same time, is everyone gonna be staring at my wedding comparing? You ever feel like that happens?
Yeah, and it did happen.
Did it happen?
Yeah.
That's so annoying.
I know, but it's okay. I feel like that's just how that's just how social media works.
It is.
You're very right. And I also notice you're always extremely positive with other people's weddings experiences. And you're always there rooting them on to the fullest extent. So it's crazy. But I'll tell you, I do see the competition. And I literally told Manny, I was like, you know what seeing this makes me feel? It makes me never want to publicly have an event. It makes me never publicly want to do anything because it's like, no one asks for that. Like you're doing your own thing, your own world. You're doing it your way. And it's beautiful. And I feel like anything I did, if it wasn't, you know, a Kim Kardashian party, it's just not going to be good enough. So it's like, it made me, I told Manny, I was like, well, my God, like this is crazy. Like I guess I will never have a event ever because like I would never, that's so hurtful. And it's ludicrous.
Comparison is hardcore. I feel like in social media in general, like I would get compared all the time. I'm sure you get compared all the time. Like, especially like other like boys and beauty, especially like 10 years ago. It was always like, well, there's only a couple of you guys, so we're all just gonna compare you constantly. And I was always like, for me, I would always just try to like get it out of my head, or just like not think about it, just focus on the positive. How are ways that you guys like not focus on those things? Do you ever feel like you guys get like focus on it? Do you ever like hyper fixate, or do you just kind of like, I'm just gonna keep it pushing, keep it cute?
I did focus on it, which my bad. I shouldn't have done that.
You're human.
You're normal. I was gonna say, I said you're normal. I'm like, you're human.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, this is so
I know.
It wasn't even my shit.
It was hard not to see it. I feel like that day, even of the wedding, like the wedding went viral for being like a basic back in the yard, ugly wedding, which
Whose wedding?
mine.
You're joking.
They kept saying that it was a backyard wedding.
Yeah, it was a backyard wedding.
No.
Like it was like she has a budget and stuff like that. And to me, it was never. It's funny because they're like, "Oh, you gave this budget." I'm like, "No, I told Elegante he can do whatever he wanted." And obviously, I'm not gonna go over, but I'm a very simple person.
Right.
Your wedding was not simple. You do know that, right?
I thought the same thing. I'm like,
I know, but
I agree.
I know, but everyone made me feel like it was simple. So I told them, I was like, I'm a very simple person. Like I'm like. But they were comparing everything, like, oh, the hair, like, why is your hair up? Your hair is always up. I'm like, it was funny because I literally asked him the night before. That's the only opinion I wanted from him, because that was a hard one for me, like my hair up or hair down. And I asked him, I was like, babe, one thing, do you want my hair up or do you want my hair down? He's like, please have it up.
I love when her hair is up.
So I was like,
I tell her all the time.
Okay, perfect. And I'm like, you made me get hate now. Like, it's your fault.
But why would you get hate for something like that, though? I'm so confused.
To me, this is how dumb it is. Because if you would have said down, it would have been a problem. Somehow, some way, that would have. To me, I'm like answering for you, but it's like.
No, we talked about that too, because she also said by the end of the night, if her hair was down, it would have been a mess. And then
so
the
true.
pictures, the videos with everyone, it would have looked. She would have looked
so right.
Like.
You're dancing,
like
you're
sloppy.
sweating.
Yeah, you look sloppy.
And I have very curly, poofy hair, so I already know my hair, and my hair would have been like this. The way that we were dancing, my hair would have been like.
Baby, your hair would have been like as if you put egg yolk through it, like this.
No, girl, that would have
never
me.
moved.
That would have been me.
After you started.
Oh yeah, but it's okay. I feel like I'm in a good place now because I was down bad after all of it. Yeah, but
that's so sad though, because that was
It's
such
like your
an
day,
amazing moment. And like for you to even say you're a simple girl, you're not. Like that wedding to me was very extravagant.
I thought so too.
It was absolutely stunning. Everyone was in gowns. Okay, that's an elegant, incredible wedding. I feel like that's other people's voices speaking for you.
Yeah.
And that's the conversation that I had with her too.
He's really good at talking me out of things.
That's
him
good. I
and
love
my
that.
dad. Yeah.
When people were criticizing her, I was like, their criticism is not your expectations. So whatever you expected out of your wedding is what you achieved.
Right.
One of our main things why we did our wedding where we did it was venues close early. So we know we like to stay out late and party. So
Of course.
the backyard was technically a backyard, but it's my uncle's house, and it's a beautiful property. And so we're there until I think it was like almost 5 a.m.
That's your
Maybe
day.
all venues literally closing at midnight.
Yeah.
So that was one of our main things why we had it there. And I would always just tell her, like, they're going to come for you, just like her
for anything,
her hair, all that. And I told her, as long as you're happy, the people that you love are there and having a good time, that's what we're here to do. We're here to celebrate our love and our wedding, and that's truly that only matters.
On the bright side of it, I did see a lot of love for you guys.
Oh
Yes.
And there was a
Yeah.
ton of love. And I know that sometimes, trust me, you may know, hate, it gets loud. Like it's
It
a
gets
lot
very loud.
louder.
It's loud, yeah.
But if you add up all the love, it's probably like 10% hate, and 90% of people out there are cheering for you guys. But you just hear the 10% and it's not real.
And that's what I would tell her too. Like it's so easy for someone to go on and give hate.
Totally.
The people that love you are not always going to go and leave a loving message, but know that they're there. They're liking your stuff. They're following you. They're sticking with your day-to-day life. And I tell her that all the time.
Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. Sometimes in life, I feel like we're faced with these tough choices and we don't know which path to take. We don't know which way to go forward. It's not always so clear. And that is where I feel like BetterHelp is there.
You know, for me, I've done therapy in past parts of my life, and I really do believe in therapy in general because it really does help you just gain different clarity and different perspective on different things that you have going on. And for me, I think it's super, super important that we all take care of our mental health. Like if you can't take care of yourself, how to take care of everybody else.
Amen to that. I love to hear that. If you guys are thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. And I just love how accessible BetterHelp is. You answer a few questions and you can get connected with a licensed therapist.
Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/full coverage today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/full coverage. Whether you're searching for the latest sneaker drop, the iconic handbag, a timeless watch, or your next piece of classic jewelry, eBay authenticators are there to verify every detail of your purchase. Yep, we're talking every inch, stitch, tick, facet, and clasp that make the piece you're searching for worthy of your collection. eBay's authenticators are experts in their crafts, true connoisseurs, and as leaders in their fields, they're making sure your item always arrives as authentic as your style. So go ahead, get your piece you've always wanted and leave it up to the meticulous eyes of the eBay authenticator to make sure that watch movement is original, the glimmer is real gold, and the rare sneaker is legit, or that handbag is really made of genuine leather. And never get faked over again. In a world full of fakes, it's time to get real with eBay Authenticity Guarantee. Everyone deserves real. Visit ebay.com for terms. I love that you like can be like, you know, that person for her, because I feel like it's so easy to fall into it, especially when you're like doing it yourself. Like there's moments like when I have to like rely so heavily on like Laura or like my other friends where I'm like, hey, like I'm down bad from this situation, like what do I do? Because sometimes I do feel like the same exact way. It's like you'll like kind of spiral in your own head about something and you're like, damn, how am I gonna get out of this spiral? I'm in the whole I'm in the trenches. But when you have people like that in your life, like that's so important. You have to have people that will bring you out of it to be like, oh my God, you're so right. Like honestly, at the end of the day, it literally was a comment about my hair. Yeah. You know, because when you think about it like that, it becomes more trivial, but it's so hard because it's so easy to get stuck into it.
Yeah, I think that thing that helped me was like, I didn't do anything wrong.
No, totally.
All I did was get married. So I kept instilling that in my head and I'm like, YOLO. Like,
I mean, baby, you got married. Let's be honest here. Like, a lot of people that could be commenting could just be literally hating ass bitches who never got married. That's
well,
they
I'm
could
always
be.
like when people comment my car, my home. I'm like, let me see your home. Let me see your
Let
wedding.
me see your marriage.
Post your wedding on the social media right now.
Yeah.
Post your wedding pictures, and we're all the millions of us are gonna digress. How about
Exactly.
that? No, you don't want to do none of that. You just want to do this about mine. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
When you think of it that way, it becomes a little bit more like, okay, it can be just coming from a place of like complete unhappiness and projection. Yeah,
that's why sometimes I honestly, I tell them all the time, I'm like, I pray for those people. I honestly do feel bad because I'm like, I feel like no one that's like truly happy and like does leave those comments. I don't know.
It's true.
I've never met anyone in my life that is like that. So like, I honestly just wish them well. I do. Yeah. At this point,
it makes you wonder what's going on in their life that they have to reach out so much to someone who's happy. And say negative things like that. Yeah.
Well, I know a million girls out there that would kill to have a wedding like you guys have and have a relationship like you guys and the family like you guys. Yeah. So, and I know there's like millions of people following you guys that love you so much. I thought it was an absolutely stunning wedding.
So did I.
Thank you.
I do.
I did too. I thought it was beautiful.
I want to ask them some fan questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh. Yes, you're right. We're starting a new thing where we're like doing a little segment on full coverage for all y'all out there too. We want to do a thing where we ask questions like, okay, these are fan submitted questions. What do you guys want to know about the guests that we're having on?
Ooh,
so we screenshot like 3 or 4 that we want to have you guys. And of course you guys can be like, I don't want to answer that, or we're going to keep it cute, keep it moving. You know?
We'll answer.
Period. I like people like that. Like we will answer.
I feel like they know everything about us already. So
right. You're like, at this point, maybe family vloggers, they know the tea.
They know. That's what I told Manny. I was like, well, they're vloggers. So like sometimes like on our channel, we'll like review a product, but you don't really learn anything about us. But whenever you have family vloggers, like, and probably honestly, that's why they're so invested with everything y'all do.
That's why they're fucking sending you those comments.
They feel like they're like literally in your family.
Yeah. Like that is my.
It's a good.
It's a double-edged sword.
It is a double-edged sword.
But I love having an open relationship with them. I feel like it just makes you feel more connected to them. Like
100%.
Yeah.
I agree.
Good. Yeah.
Any plans on moving out of California?
I don't think so. I feel like if I could just get his family, his grandma, and my family, and put them in a truck and move them with us? Maybe, because the prices here for houses.
Maybe they are out of control.
It's the red.
Out of control. So then yes, but as of now, no.
Yeah, I believe it's been a discussion before, like, would we be able to? And
Where would you move if you like could move anywhere that was not California?
We really liked Arizona at one point because Arizona has some nice.
Also,
Arizona,
Scottsdale's so nice.
Scottsdale, yes,
and close to California too.
Yes, mm-hmm.
or even no farther than Texas.
Yeah,
like that. That's as far east.
Yeah.
Arizona and Texas. Yeah, but
I love that. Of course, Texas. Daisy lives in Texas. I watch her vlogs
Yes.
sometimes. And she just bops over to LA every now and again,
easy.
does the
love
rounds.
that. I
And
tell her all the time, I'm like, wow, your life, like, she just can go wherever she wants. I'm like,
She's super cool. Like, I
love
really
her.
like Daisy
Yeah,
a lot.
she's
Maybe we
so
should have her
funny.
on the
yeah,
pod.
ask her. She would love to come on. I
We'll
feel like
do
she was
that.
on. Yeah, she was on.
She was on Love It?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would totally ask her. I would ask her some specific questions too.
I don't know nothing about that.
So tell me about this situation. That would be fun. I have a question as well. If Laura got pregnant and has a girl, how would she feel, and how would Victor feel as well? If you had a girl.
I feel like it's, I don't know. I've always known myself as a boy mom.
Mm-hmm,
Like I can't even picture myself having a girl. I have a niece now, and she's the cutest thing ever. But I honestly cannot picture myself with a girl. I feel like if I were to have a girl, I don't know what I would do, because there's just so, like, with my niece, she tells me to do something, I'm like, yeah, whatever you want. Like with my boys, I'm like, stop, like, calm down, they're boys, you know?
Yeah.
But with her, she's like
A diva.
Definitely a diva.
Looking at me like, are you gonna do this for me? And I'm like, yeah, I'll do it.
You're like, of course I will. Whatever you need.
I mean, I would love to see what a girl looks like for me, but I know, I don't know why I have this thing. Like, even my vows, I was like, we're gonna have a boy basketball team. I told him that. I was like, we're gonna have boys for sure. But I would love to see a girl with him.
Yeah.
Because that'd be different.
Yeah.
I hope with me.
Like when you're like, look, what if she's a model and she's like 6 foot tall?
Oh,
Literally, I mean, she could
Yep,
literally be.
iconic.
How would you feel about having a daughter? Would you feel like very overprotective of her, like very like Latino dad vibes?
Yeah.
Like,
I see best of both worlds. So if I have a girl, I feel like it would be good for me.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll bring out a softer side
It'll
in
soften
me.
you up.
You're
Yes.
so soft already, girl.
With our niece, but with my boys, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With my boys, I I try to give them a structure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And with the girl, I would definitely enjoy, but at the same time, I would feel like it might be the end of me.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever
I'd be a
like
sucker for life.
you'd be a sucker.
Yeah, you would be a
She
sucker
would
for
literally
life.
have you wrapped around her finger
She
like
would.
this.
She would.
She'd be like,
get
"That's
ya.
my daddy," you know, very that vibes. I would live.
Okay, is post-married life any different than life before marriage?
You know what? We get this question all the time, especially
Really?
because we were together for 10 years already. And everyone, that's another thing that people told us, like, you guys are being so exaggerative. Like, you guys been together for so long. I'm like, let me be, girl. Like, I want to have the whole like fantasy. And I feel like getting married at the time that we did those extra 10 years, I feel like just established our relationship even more. I mean, we're stronger than ever. Like, we were supposed to get married before COVID. We canceled it because COVID.
Of course. Damn, that's crazy.
So, and I'm so glad we did, because I feel like we're in a different place now than we were before. So, like, it just happened at the perfect time, but it does feel different.
Wow.
Like, it's just like this thing. He has a really good explanation for it. He said it on one of our videos, because it's like our number one question. Say it.
Basically, it's a sense of accomplishment. I compared it to like anyone going through college or even high school. When people ask like, "Oh, did you go to college?" and you're like, "Well, I'm still in college. I'm almost done. I'm almost there." But then when you can finally say like, I accomplished college, yes, I graduated college. It's different. It's different. Like, it's not, I'm almost done. I am done. So,
and it feels a lot different.
Yeah. So when people ask us like, oh, like, are you guys married? I would have to say no, or I would have to refer to her like fiance, even though we're basically married. Like, I felt like we've been together so long. So now it's that sense of accomplishment where I can look at her and be like, that is my wife.
Oh my God.
Like, it's official.
That's I love that.
It's accomplishment. Yeah.
It is. Well, there's a reason why people renew their vows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? After they're together for so long, and it's like a rejuvenation of the relationship. There's like a reason why. So it is different. You know what I mean? It's more special, and it almost takes it to like the next level. And even if you think relationships, you've been together for 10 years, there are so many levels because people change, people grow, people mature. So relationships are able to grow, mature, and move on to the next level. Yeah. Marriage is a part of that.
Yeah.
So that's huge.
It feels very different. Yeah.
And that's kind of why I proposed to her twice.
Did you?
Yeah. Twice?
Yeah. So once when we're younger, just before we had our first son. And then about 4 years after that, I proposed the second time. Just because of that same reason. You say people, as they get older, they change, they grow, they develop. And I just felt like, okay, I meant it the first time.
Yep.
We've been together 4 more years after that. I still feel this certain way. I just want to reassure you that I'm still here for the long term. And then same with the wedding. Like we had our wedding. It feels more official. And like you said, in 10, 20 years when people renew your vows, I feel like it's just that level of accomplishment of years that you want to reassure them that my love for you is still there and it's still growing.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah.
That's so good.
When he first proposed to me, I was already pregnant with my baby. So I felt like the first one was more like, oh, she's pregnant. We have
to.
It's very Mexican.
Yeah.
It's very
when you're
Mexican.
very Mexican, it was like even when he proposed to me, I remember coming home and my dad was like, "You did it backwards," and I was like,
"Yeah, it's very propose then baby."
Yeah.
Not the other way around.
Yeah. So in my head, I was like, oh, he just did it because I'm pregnant. Like, whatever. Like, it meant a lot to me because I proposed. He did it at Disneyland on the Tower.
I read
so
about
fucking
this too.
cute.
Yeah.
So
it was
cute.
the cutest thing ever. But in my head, I feel like growing up Mexican, it's like, you have to do this. Like, go move in with her now. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, he did it the second time. So he proved me.
Oh, absolutely.
You're like, this is not just because we're freaking Mexican.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is
my God.
crazy.
That's real.
That's real. That's real shit.
That's
real shit.
Do you guys have a pet peeve about each other? I have like 25 about Tyler. He's
like an ick, like an ick, or an ick or a pet peeve.
I have so many about Ty, but if you guys have something about each other that
we actually did that TikTok, the icks.
Yeah, the icks. I have a lot of icks. No, I'm just kidding. No,
you're like, I have more of it too.
When you're together for so long already, like there's so many icks, but I'm like, what am I gonna do about it? Like I'm already with him for so long.
Girl, you're in it.
You're invested, baby.
Invested.
You put in so much goddamn investment in that. You need that return.
Like I might as well like the icks and if this.
Yeah, at this point, you just gotta like them. Well, like what's like one where you're like, okay, this needs to be gone.
I have one. It's a little
ick.
A little ick.
What is it?
She constantly leaves things open.
Like drawers,
everything.
Jars, lids,
milk
drawers.
caps. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm like that too.
She'll walk into the kitchen for 30 seconds and I walk out and I'll come in from the living room. Two cabinet open, milk's on the counter, caps off, tapatio somewhere where it's not supposed to be. I'm like, girl.
We're like, well, how did this get here?
She came in for a fork and all this stuff is open.
He used to tell me like, Laura, and then now I just hear the doors like slamming.
I just close them now.
And now you're like, okay, it is what it is.
You gave up. You gave up.
She's not changing.
That's a good ick.
That is
that's a cute ick.
The ick about you must be that he doesn't hear me unless it's something that he wants.
Selective hearing.
Selective
hearing.
I just think I have bad hearing.
No.
Tyler has that disease as well.
I tell him like, hey, let's go. He's like, he literally gets up in like 10 seconds. And then I tell him like, oh, can you check this? And it's like
crickets,
nothing.
You're like, oh, that's so crazy. I didn't hear that.
I'm gonna go to the doctor. I'm gonna prove you.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna do a test.
It's selective.
That beep test where you're like,
he hears sex, but he never hears anything else.
That's it.
That. Yeah.
The ears perk up.
That's very man.
Okay, I have one more fan question. Is there a honeymoon? They want to know.
There is. We actually we planned it for a certain month because we just wanted. I feel like after my birthday's in January, we had a trip every single day. Not every day, obviously, but like month.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was a bachelorette. It was like party after party. Like it was just so much. So we're like, hey, let's settle down and like chill out. And it's gonna I'm like super excited for it because it's like one of my dream vacations. So but yeah, so I'm excited.
So it is happening.
Yeah, it's happening.
Just later on.
It is happening. Just later on.
Yes.
That's genius, though. I really, really like that.
I know if I did what you guys did, I would not have my honeymoon because like travel after planning something like that and planning like a grand vacation after that sounds like hell actually. And having to pack and get on a plane after that, absolutely not.
Yeah, especially because we have kids too. We have 2 kids, and then like we weren't leaving them like 24/7 because we would do like 2-day trips, 3-day trips the most, but like it just feels. I'm like, we even wanted to take them at one point, but then I'm like, no, I feel like this is gonna be something that we're like, need to do by ourselves, and then we can take them somewhere else.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like the honeymoon is like
That's
mommy
your
and daddy time.
Yeah.
Yes, mom and daddy time.
Yes.
I love that.
I love that too. That's really, really cute.
Okay, before you go, I want to ask, she has Laura's Boutique. You guys check it out. But what's going on with Laura's Boutique?
Oh my God, it's been crazy, right? We've had it for 2012, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
Over 10
That's
years.
a
Over 10
long
years.
time.
long time, yes. Oh my God, it's still good. I'm
It's sickening.
obsessed.
And it's still going. It's still launching.
Yes. I kind of stepped away from it from a little bit because, well, I started Laura's Boutique first. Like, that was my first thing. I was never like a personal influencer or anything like that. But I started meeting a lot of people. One of the first persons I met was Daisy. And after that, it just like grew onto like knowing more people and stuff like that. And then I got too much. I got a manager, and then like it's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's like to keep up with everything. And thank God I have my little sister. She's actually my cousin, but she moved with us like 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
And she's like really good at like doing videos. She's really good at the marketing side. So thank God for her. But like I still do the shopping. I'll do all of that. I'm very like
Involved in that.
Yes. I love doing it. I don't know. I feel like I have a passion for clothes. Every time I'm in like shopping for them, I'm literally like, like I get
place.
it's my happy place. It literally is. Like it's like it brings me peace, and like I love clothes a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, well, that's why you have Laura's Boutique.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then
it
the
makes
passion
sense.
shows, you know?
It makes sense.
And the passion like shows through, and then you can tell, and people like can see that with you. And that, like, oh my God, like she loves it.
It's been a fun ride. Yes.
I love
love
that.
that.
We're going to link Laura's Boutique down below. And before you guys go, we ask every single guest this question. It's just a fun question. If you were given $1 billion cash, tax-free, what is the fun item you would buy? What's the big whammo?
Oh my God, that's so much money. I didn't even know what $1 billion was until like 2 days ago, because I don't know if you guys saw that white party that went viral on TikTok.
Yes.
Well, he's worth like $11.5 billion. I was like, and I looked it up, and I was like, oh my God, that is so much money.
Like,
but I don't, like
insane. Like it's like uncomputable almost. Like you can't you couldn't count that number in your lifetime.
It's almost like one human should never have 11 billion? 11 of them.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, I don't know what he does, but yeah, he's like really rich, but I honestly don't even know. I feel like, one of my dreams is to like, I love doing giveaways. That's like I love doing giveaways. We actually just gave away a car the other day.
No.
Yes.
Last month, yeah.
Last month.
Where do we sign up?
What the fuck?
Yeah, we gave away a Toyota, and the feeling that I got when we delivered the car to this family, I can't even like top that feeling ever
Wow.
ever
Yeah,
again.
that's true.
So I think I would buy maybe like 100 cars and pick people to give away.
100 million cars.
Yeah, literally.
With $1 billion, you can buy
Give
literally
away.
a million cars.
Yeah.
Anything.
I don't know. I just really like that feeling. I feel like, I don't know, that feeling can't get topped.
Yeah.
So I would do that.
Find
for
a
sure.
way to give it back.
Yeah.
Mm.
Somehow.
do
I mean,
it.
I would keep some of it, of course. I
Of
would
course.
go on a little shopping spree.
That's what I like
That's
to
the one.
hear.
Yeah.
That's the one.
You
Yeah.
could do a nonprofit. And
Yeah.
then that
That's
would give,
true.
Starting a
Yeah.
nonprofit.
that
That's
way you
cute.
can
We've never
figure
heard
out how
that.
to give it out
Yeah.
the right way. And
He's really,
make sure
he's
give it
really
out to
into
them.
all that stuff, because we had a niece, and she passed away from like a disease, and we would always take care of her in the hospital, like sleep over with her. And
Oh
we would
my
like take turns with her
God.
parents, because they were always there 24/7.
Yeah.
So we would take care of her and stuff, and we got really like, yeah.
It was before
really-
we even
yeah.
had our son. So she really opened up our hearts, or she opened up my heart a lot into seeing how quick life can be beautiful, and then how quick it could just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it could be gone to anybody. And,
Life's not.
Fast.
It's
Yeah.
like you think like little things happen. You go, life's not fair, and then you hear stuff like that,
Yeah.
and you
Promised.
go, oh my God,
Yeah.
life is like savage. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's actually what I think she was trying to get to is I actually just started a nonprofit
no
Oh my God,
way.
it's amazing.
just to figure out a way where we can give back to like Children's Hospital, Chalk, and all
That's
that.
amazing.
So that's one of my big goals this year is to get that going.
Wow,
I've been to
I
Chalk
love
before.
that.
Yeah.
I've been there, and I did a tour there, and we did like a little babysitting thing
Yeah.
at in the OC Children's Hospital.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
I
one.
love that. That's
Oh my gosh,
amazing.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that is this episode. Thank you guys so much for being so
course,
open and
of
talking about
course.
everything with us.
Really
Thank you,
appreciate it. You guys are so
Yes.
fantastic, and you guys are so
Thank
cool.
you.
Like we've known you guys for years. It's so
Yes.
crazy. Like, cause
Yes.
we know all these people, but it's like you don't know that we don't know as close because
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
we're friends, but it's like we don't see each other like all the time, but we do.
Yeah, we
At the
do.
same time. It's so
Events.
strange.
Yeah.
Events is it's like we're like really close coworkers.
Yes.
So strange. It's so strange.
Coworkers, yeah.
But it's like really nice to get to talk to you guys and like get to know you in like a different level because
Yeah.
we've never like
you.
got to hang out and stuff. So it's really nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really like that. But thank you guys for coming.
Well, thank you guys
Thank
for
you guys.
watching this episode of Full Coverage. We'll catch you guys next week.
And yeah, don't forget to rate, like, subscribe. We'll leave all their information linked down below, of course.
Thank you.
Check them out. And yeah, we'll see you in next week's episode.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.